Gibraltar. Certainly not one of our more popular maps. This one's a bit rarer. We'll see how they fare on this. Element Mystic gonna start things off for us here on the attack. O2 on defense. You can already see Climax set up with that Widowmaker, and Ivy is back over onto the Junkrat, which has been pretty impactful here today.
Indeed. Climax on the Widow. We knew this is what he wanted to open with. He's already doing massive damage to start.
Dako Pokpo.
Dako making the switch obviously back to the D.Va. As Sparkle is going to look to get in position here. Very good kiting back here by Climax, actually. Just unscathed at the moment.
Keeping himself alive, and Ivy, he'll go down. Rez is trying to come out. Violet will go ahead and cut down the Genji. And now Ivy can push back forward, satchel charge in, gets rid of Jexay, finds the direct hit there onto guard, kind of just flying straight into that nade. He'll go down. Pokpo manages to take out the baby D.Va, but he is dangerously low. Dako is dead. Element Mystic going to get shut down on this first push here in the underpass.
Ivy just really great job at making sure this peel goes through. If Rain gets the res there, Ivy does so much damage, as you can see. Sparkle coming up here. He's just looking to build blades here with Jexay pocketing him at the moment. And as they push forward here, they do grab control of this high ground. O2 Ardian isn't losing anybody, but they are losing control of this area, which means the Widow is not going to be as effective. I'm going to applaud them for not dying, but here comes a Riptire. They're going to look to find the supports here.
He's got that Infrasight ready to go. Can just spot out. Sparkle takes him down. He'll be out of this one as guard keeps trying to build up for the EMP. But you can see he's getting willed away at, and Ivy's going to be able to find the kill in the end. Element Mystic kiting back here as a unit, just sitting around the corner. Trying to wait. Very far forward is Climax. Pops up over the top, trying to get that extra shot, and the bubble will deny it.
Yeah. Right now, the push comes through here with Pokpo up on the high ground, trying to push off this D.Va, but look at Climax, he's just always one platform behind where he was before.
It's such a great spot, sets up for that kill there, headshot in onto Pokpo, Ivy scoops up the kill, Dako knocked out of the mech, and this pick is not working well so far for Element Mystic. They have the cart being brought up a little bit here. Now EMP ready to go, but self-destruct out from the side of Humbaba, looking for a pick. Gonna be able to find much. Repel uses the Transcendence.
Look at how far back they're pushed. That's insane.
Absolute insanity. Climax gonna be res back in. Humbaba out of the mech. Riptire takes down Repel. Self-destruct in from Dako, looking for something, at least zones them back as they continue to bring the card forward, but the minute and a half, so certainly not as fast as they would have liked it. Sparkle, he's gonna die with the Dragon Blade drawn.
Yeah, this is so great for O2 Ardian. They're feeling great about this defense because Element Mystic has to dive so far away from the cart to actually damage them, and they're failing at it, so now they're getting gate kept out here. And O2 Ardian may be able to actually grab the full hold here on Gibraltar as this continues. Desync spawn here onto Dako. And O2 Ardian is looking strong. Now they've got the frontal set up, and we're just going to see Climax step by step back off each platform one further, just kind of leapfrogging his way back as they do damage as the cart rolls back here. In complete control with Sparkle wasting that blade, guard switching off of this Sombra, in fact dying here now as well. They don't have any initiation here to get this final grab. I don't think they can do it.
This is brutal. They like all need to pile in onto the Widowmaker to try to kill it, but the peel from the side of Ivy here with this Junkrat is just so good.
And yeah, he's got a great Junkrat he's peeling. They're coming around through the middle here between these containers, but
up the top, there's all the dash there. On the Tracer, dive comes in, looking for Climax. He kites back, Rain's dead. Decent opening, but Repel, he's gonna get traded out. Humbaba finds that hit, a healer for a healer. Self-destruct out from Humbaba, he'll make it back into the mech to stay alive. Ivy trying to get the hits here onto guard. He's got that Discord Orb in, but while he's turned around, gets the kill, but gets taken down by Sparkle. But we're into overtime on this point A push for Element Mystic, who are suffering heavy losses. Jexay goes down, Sparkle's dead. Can they actually pull this off? If they get this, you have to think maybe O2 can actually get the reverse sweep. Pin coming in onto Repel, forces out the Transcendence just to try to get back in onto the cart, tags it for a second, but Element Mystic, they are suffering at the finish line. Guard gets the hit. Everybody desperately trying to make it, but Jexay can't do it. They get the full hold. Suddenly, this is any man's game.
Unbelievable. This is insane what we are watching. Climax so well protected by Ivy there, having perfect leapfrog strategy. Element Mystic has made a mistake. They have picked one of Climax's strongest maps on the Widow, untested, unproven in this tournament on Gibraltar, was O2 Ardian, but this map they thought they could counter. The Widowmaker with the Sombra and the Genji dive, they have been unsuccessful. The EMPs have not hit their mark. They were forced to switch to Tracer. And that very defensive setup for O2 Ardian, where we were going past point A on the street space of from A to B, was where they were making the defense, and Mystic just could not dive far enough in there to get those kills. Element Mystic now puzzled as they fail to succeed with dive. And for the first time in their history in this tournament, they are potentially going to have match point against them. It has never happened to them before. This is the closest they have been to death in a series, and now also in this tournament, because we're in playoffs, that they have ever been. And they're feeling emotions that they've probably never felt. And I know it's a weird thing to talk about, but when you are this dominant and suddenly are about to get tied 2-2 against an underdog team, you're feeling things you didn't feel on week 1 through 5. And now they're going to have to try to defend here. They're going to use the dive. They do not, and I want to repeat, they do not have a Widow player on this roster. They did not sub XC in, so their defense is, on paper, weaker now as they set up for this. They're going to have to counter dive against Ivy, who's had, in some ways, a more successful night of Dragon Blades on the Genji than Sparkle has. Climax is going to be on the attack Widow to open things up. See how long that lasts, but if he starts to get some momentum, this could be a fast map.
Absolute insanity so far. Yakpung coming around the corner, face checks, takes a bit of damage, kites his way back. Guard tries to build up for the EMP, needs that one rapidly. Element Mystic yet again not going to be trying to match with the Widowmaker. They need Sparkle to have a turnaround performance. Things were looking very rough there on that last attack. In general, just from everybody on the side of Element Mystic, already giving up so much distance here. Sicart starts moving up through the underpass. Sparkle trying to poke out, trying to build up for the blade, but he's still at 23%, can't get close. Ivy's at 58.
So much damage being done here by Climax as well, keeping them out.
Ford drops back down, manages to find the hits there on Ivy. Conley finds a kill, starts building that up, and Violet's gonna get taken down as well. Sparkle goes low, and to stay alive now, dashing forward, looking for the hit here. Onto the Winston, trying to get rid of that tank, but he's gonna get punished. And Baba goes in, finds the charge. Climax is getting jumped on in the back, but the pocket is immediately there from Rain to keep him alive.
Oh man, everyone's getting pushed out. Climax has full line of sight here.
They need Sparkle to get that blade. They have the Nano Boost ready to go. Bio Grenade comes in, they'll just toss it down onto Pokebo as he tries to stay alive. Gives Tom back up, jumps up, looking for the hits here. Onto Climax, will be able to zap him to death. Mystic finding a little bit of breathing room, but still playing with fire.
Now Guard's got an EMP, Sparkle's close to a blade. They have ult advantage. That was just what they needed. The nano boosted on the Winston. Keeps Pokebo alive, allows him to kill the Widow, and Climax makes the switch to Soldier. We've seen no long-range hit scan from him in this series yet. Just the Widow, not seen the Soldier or the McCree's. Fantastic on both. He's looking for more sustainability here as Transcendent is committed.
Transcendent's out from Violet, EMP into the back from Guard, but the kill's not going to be there. Ivy with the Dragon Blade can't find much. Sparkle still has his own. Attack comes down. Right now, Element Mystic is playing patient. Blade's going to come out. Climax dead off the leap. Sparkle into the back, trying to stay alive. Cannot do it. Yakpung turns around, zaps him to death. Ivy jumps off the back, looking for the hits. Right clicks in onto Pokebo. He'll die. Baba trades one back. For now, Ardian have been held at bay. Minute 35 on the clock. Element Mystic trying to pull this off.
So tense. I feel Sparkle is underperforming tonight because he's so used to Jexay on the Mercy. That's all they were running in weeks 4 and 5 is Mercy Genji, and today he's had to play with the Ana, he's had to play with Lucio from Jexay, so is overextending on the Genji, not actually having those heals, not having that pocket. But Jexay has another nano here. This could buy further time. Could also help Guard get that EMP. He's halfway there.
Guard moving up, getting ready to round that final corner as Zako goes low. He'll be able to stay alive, dashes to the side. Transcendence gonna come in. Guards gets topped up. Nearly has the EMP ready.
Dive on to Repel.
Yet again, Repel's going low.
Jexay keeping him
back
alive.
up. Jexay throws in the bionic grenade.
Oh
but
my
Sleep
God.
Guard's not gonna get the hit. He's gonna get cornered, and he should go down.
They need to get on the
Stay
court
alive here for the
now.
moment. The Rockets coming in, takes down Ivy, Tac Visor out, EMP's in, but Guard's dead, and I think they've done it. Another one going over to Climax.
We're going to
They
Game
push it in.
5.
Game 5, O2 Ardian looking to pull off the miracle reverse sweep.
No one expected this. No one could have predicted this. And Element Mystic choking tonight. Sparkle not having success on the Dragon Blades, overextending. It was amazing to see Jexay keep Repel alive. But it didn't matter. That peel pulling the supports away there was all O2 Ardian needed to grab that Tac Visor and do massive damage. As the supports were gone, Dako could not stay in his mech. Climax pulls out the Tac Visor with a Transcendent to support him, and everybody drops like flies. This is the closest to defeat Element Mystic has ever been, and it's unfortunate they've had a bad performance tonight in this best of 5. And what a scenario this looks like now. No one predicted O2 Ardian to likely take a map. Now they've taken 2 in a row. The reverse sweep is in their sights. And Element Mystic, is the prophecy going to die here? Everyone is saying this team was fantastic coming into this season. They were killing it. They were playing amazing. They looked to be the best team. They were undefeated. But now, one loss away from being defeated. We're going to see XC subbed back in because we're going to Control. It's not going to be Nepal. Every other Control map is available.
I'm basically at a loss for words. Element Mystic showing us a different form, but it's a significantly worse one than what we're used to seeing. O2 Ardian on the other side, though, leveling up, bringing out this Junkrat, Ivy building these Dragon Blades faster than Sparkle. Very young player, 16 years old. Maybe the nerves playing on stage in your first playoffs as such a young player could be getting to him.
Yeah,
That's not why he's being subbed out. Obviously, you know, again, XE comes in for Control.
Yeah.
This is going to be the final map. O2 did not really show up. Again, it was 100-0 in both rounds on Nepal. O2 Ardian got completely shut out of that. And Element Mystic have their map choice for this final round, so still have to give them the upper hand. But the way that O2 has been playing ever since Hollywood is just looking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Climax making a good switch to the Soldier. They utilized it very, very well. And they burst down Dako there. The dive onto the backline supports, as amazing as it was that Jexay kept Repel alive, it didn't matter in the end. And yeah, Sparkle had a lackluster performance. And XE is going to have to come in here nervous, stressed out, knowing that the hopes of this victory that was supposed to be a 3-0, he wasn't planning on getting subbed back in this series.
He thought he was just going to be chilling in the back room. He was going to come back into the booth, high-five him, take the bow on stage. But now he's like, oh, I need to do the heavy lifting.
XE, also 16 years old, a young player, inexperienced in a situation like this where we have a full house tonight. Not always that way when Element Mystic is playing, especially against some of the lesser teams, but this is a full crowd tonight, massive audience, and it's the most important match they've played. Of maps available, obviously in Control, Lijiang Tower really comes to mind here for me, as well as Oasis. 2 maps that this team has excelled on. They have the map choice available. They chose Nepal, it's their best map, but now it's not available, it's excluded. You cannot pick the same map twice in the repeat map of Control. So Oasis, I think the best way to approach this, you not want to go to Ilios.
Yeah, Ilios, I think, would be...
Like, put it back on! Okay, there we go.
Okay. I was like, I can still hear it, but here we go.
So we're going to take a look at Ivy just outperforming Sparkle. Blade comes out here. He gets shut down, I believe, on this one. Yep. Yakpung just totally countering him. This is the Tac Visor to control this map as Jexay tries to come back out. They were stuck in that area there, the supports, where they were chased away. And then when they tried to come back in, they were just totally gunned down there by the Tac Visor. No aim required.
It's beautiful tracking.
Beautiful tracking. You and I, our minds were linked on that one. I was about to say if you
I mean, Tac Visor gets multiple kills. What else are you going to say? So shout out to Atlas if you're watching from home. Hope you feel better. I know you're feeling a little under the weather today, but Man, so must Element be. Words are hard. Element Mystic must be as well.
I
feeling
take a look,
under the weather at this point.
I take a look out, into the crowd, and we've had a lot of camera shots of a lot of Element Mystic fans, emotional, upset, mouths wide open. I mean, I'm seeing them out there right now. This is a mostly Element Mystic crowd. They've got these little scarves or towels or whatever. I don't know the best way to describe them. They're all out there, I can see, but Lijiang Tower is going to be the map. It's a great map for XE. But I look out to the crowd and I see mostly Element Mystic fans, jackets, hoodies, scarves, signs. They were the favorites tonight. They were supposed to be the chosen ones, it feels, to win this tournament, to be the new Lunatic High. And now they might be defeated. It would be the biggest upset we've had in Overwatch since GC Busan was able to defeat Lunatic High with a 3-0. This isn't a 3-0 story, but it might be a reverse sweep. Lijiang Tower, great map for Element Mystic, but nerves need to be kept in check here. These players can look out of the booth and see that same crowd you see in the reflection here. They know their fans are behind them, they're cheering for them, but they have lost control of this series and they need to take it back. XE on the McCree here, or potentially the Reaper is going to be the approach now for Element Mystic.
I think if we go to Night Market, the Reaper certainly should come out alongside that Reinhardt, but I mean, this is a new situation for XE. He's going to come in, instead of being the starter, he's going to have to be the finisher as well. O2 have this massive wave of momentum backing them, pushing them forward, propelling them possibly into that semifinal tomorrow.
Here we go, Achilleos. It's time for Game 5. All right, XE on the Tracer here actually to start things off as Climax will be running the McCree, and they're running the Junkrat. They're hoping to get the first slip and gatekeep with that Junkrat. And the McCree, very powerful against the Tracer pick as well, so Element Mystic is going to struggle on Control Tower here. Do get control of the point first and trying to prevent the McCree from doing damage. Popo gonna drop down.
Yeah, just waiting here by the staircase, looking for an angle. Start zapping away. Ivy in the meantime, just spamming like a madman. Looking for some random hits to build up for that Riptire. He's getting jumped on. He's going to go low. Pops up into the air, gets healed up, and XE kills him on the drop. Takes him down. Yakpung as well, dangerously low. Trying to get pocketed back up there by Rain. Stay alive for the moment, but now it's going to be Element Mystic looking to dive forward. They come in from behind, and XE finds them both, blinds them up. And again, just cleans up House O2. Gonna get knocked out of this first half potential.
Tries to get the insta-kill on the Tracer. He's shut down. XE one clips him while he's midair. He's only built 20% of a Riptire.
Yeah.
And Climax is going to make the switch to the Soldier. Easier, more sustainable against Element Mystic's heavy dive with the Tracer in the Sombra.
He said, you know what, this worked last time. Let's try it again. EMP in Violet Climax. Everybody going down. Just going to be the near team wipe. Baba's outside. He's going to have to say goodbyes. He jumps off the map.
Attack Junkrat just will not work against this composition when you're being gate kept out of the spawn. You cannot do damage. They switch him to the Sombra. But he's not a Sombra player. He's not. This is not his role. This is not what he excels at. But they're desperate. They have to make a switch here as XE looks for the flank. They don't have an EMP to prevent this. But look at all these setups for Element Mystic where they're trying to deny vision and then collapse in. Popo gonna reposition.
Heard Ivy coming through. The zap off there on Humbaba. Chunkinahem mount. Self-destruct going to be ready to go for O2 Ardian. All their ultimates on the way. In the meantime, Hell use that Transcendence. They're going to push forward. They want to take the fight to O2 yet again. They managed to find the kill onto the enemy Zenyatta. Follow up there on the Climax. They push him back to the dropship. This is what we saw on Nepal. This level of domination, keeping them pushed back to the choke points, not allowing them entry onto the point. Element Mystic looking to repeat the start of this series.
Just right now trying to get another EMP, self-destruct to gatekeep them out. Dako is killed here, but they can't get onto the point. They're stuck.
Baba uses his, he'll make it back into the mech. In the meantime, XE gonna be hunting, looking for a target for this pulse bomb. Sees the defense matrix, wait, hack comes through, but he manages to get the recall off in time.
He's ready!
Now guard pushing in, he's looking for that Zenyatta, throws it down, but it's gonna be Violet still managing to stay alive. Pulse in, takes out Climax, Primal Rage from Popo, gets rid of Rain, and I think they've done it again, another 100-0 to start things off on Lijiang. Element Mystic choking in the last two maps, but maybe here on Control, maybe they can still drag it back, regain some dignity.
Very well played here. XC with a godlike performance on the Tracer. A rare pick for him. He's normally playing long-range hit scan. The McCree is his specialty on control, but on control tower here of Lijiang, he decides to look for flanking picks, completely nullifies the Junkrat pick, which is so strong if you can get the first slip, because then you're on the opposite side of things, kind of spawn camping in that choke point, doing massive damage. This is a map where we've seen, as we head into Gardens, where we've seen actually a lot of Widow in Korea, and mostly by XC and Stitch, actually, of the the teams in the top 4 here that we're talking about. And XC is going to be running it here, perhaps wanting to make that a 1v1 against Climax, who's actually not going to challenge him, doesn't actually know yet, of course, XC's on the Widow, knows now.
Shots coming through. Not going to be finding those hits yet. XC going to get jumped on as the Winston goes in deep. Repel dead off the bat, so a much cleaner start here for the side of O2 as they look for that first cap. Would be the first percentage that they have gained on control so far in this match. We'll see if they can get it as the point gets ready to unlock here in just 2 seconds. Owen Mystic starting to push back forward, guard going low, Climax stomped out there by Pokpo.
So good on this Winston, insane amount of damage mitigation with the bubbles to allow the team to approach the point.
Making their way in, has not found the cap yet here on either side. He's jumping away yet again, keeping himself alive. Violet going to be using that coalescence, firing away, trying to keep the members of O2 topped off. They managed to get the pop out there onto Poke, onto Dako. Pokpo goes down. Guard falling as well, and O2 have done it. They got percentage on the board.
They do. They're going to win this fight. Stagger, Repel. And XC, will he stick with the Widow? He will not. He will make the switch to the Tracer now, because the Widow just will not work against this defensive setup for O2 Ardent. They will just cap inside, out of line of sight. It's only good for the contest there or the defense if you win it. Self-destruct actually to open this up by Humbaba. Very wasteful actually.
Going in, not going to find much, nor will Dako. Transcendence used by Repel as well, and that's not going to be to get them in onto the point. Pulse bomb out from the side of Climax, looking for a pick, doesn't find much. They go low. Sound barrier comes through, but it's not enough to keep the Tracer alive and in the fight. As he goes forward, uses the recall, gets himself healed back up. Moment Mystic looking to get the cap here. 3 members dead, Rain going down. Now just have to break through the tanks in order to get this, but so far it's evading them, and XC, he's going to get taken down.
All right.
Holding firmly as they move up to 50%.
Repel on this Moira. We'll see if he can allow Pokpo to do more damage now ultless, because they don't really have anything that they can use to try to open this point up now. They used everything and failed. And it's going to have to be this slow push here, building up to win the tank battle with Moira. They're down on ultimates, and they're just getting gate kept out here.
Another coalescence, just pushing them back across the bridge. Jexe and Guard both going down. O2 Ardent looking to 100-0. Element Mystic make it a best-of-1 on Night Market to close out this series, to decide everything.
Oh man, our playoffs have been so intense. This one and our first series yesterday, so close. XC looking to duel.
Stitch comes in, he's dead, but he manages to take Climax with him. Beautifully played by XC.
But they need more than that. It's 87% here.
Dragon Blade's in, Ivy takes down the Lucio. They have to get onto the point, and they need to do it soon. Repel now having the coalescence, but that alone might not be enough.
They're gonna have to buy enough time to get an EMP here for Guard. That's their only chance, that's their only shot. They're going for it here, 92% of that EMP.
Coalescence in, Rain falls down, Dako finding the kill. The rest of the Ardent members trying to stay alive, and Climax will fall. Violet getting jumped on, gets popped. Element Mystic finally looking to take the flip in OT. If they step off of this, it will plummet. And luckily managed to get it, but now they need to hold it all the way up to 100.
And luckily for Element Mystic, they only used 2 ultimates, the Coalescence and the Primal Rage. Guard holding the EMP can buy a lot of time. EMP is such a great ultimate to efficiently shut down pushes, but as you say, they've got a lot of time. They're going to have to build 85% more is what they need to go to the
EMP
semis.
in, straight into their faces on the bridge. Ivy's gonna fall. Drops straight off that one. Humbaba abandoning it. O2 Ardent still have time to regroup.
So far, so good. 1 ult, 1 push shut down. That's gonna buy them 20% more. As O2 Ardent sets up for their next attack. Ivy looking to build a Dragon Blade slowly. They can use that with the big 6 to flip this point if they're patient enough.
escorting them across the point. Sound barrier ready to go from Rain. Sound barrier out from Jexay to open up the fight. Violet has that coalescence, but he can't out-heal. That pulse bomb from Xe. They get rid of Yakpung. Ivy dies. And Rain's gonna bail out 50% now for Element Mystic. Halfway there. O2 Ardian fighting tooth and nail to try to make their way back in. The ultimate's now burned out from Element Mystic.
They can taste the semifinals. They're so close. So they used a lot of ultimates here, and Ivy is getting closer and closer to that Dragon Blade now. Can be paired with the sound barrier. Such a terrifying thing once he's got that.
Xe looking for the back angle, but Rain's gonna die before he can use that sound barrier. There's another eco push coming through from O2.
Can they get the blade off this? That's the big question. This is already over.
They're backcapping! They're backcapping right now! Somebody's gonna tag in! They finally managed to do so as there's kills exchanged on both sides. Dako going down, but O2 very widely gonna lose out on that one, and Climax gets taken down by Xe. He tries to get the mini pack.
They essentially have the big six here, with the exception of Humbaba now. This has to be their push. They have to turn these 6 ultimates into a game 3 here on our final map. Guard's got the EMP though, and they don't see him.
Yeah, they're trying to change the location here. They're wrapping around the other side. Guard moves in, goes down the EMP. Sound barrier for Rain might just save him. Ivy, he's got the Dragon Blade. Both the points go down. Follows up, gets rid of Xe. Cap coming through, they nearly have the flip. It's double OT on both sides, and Ardian, they might have just done it. They're taking us 1-1. Dako tags in, self-destruct through, but the bubble is there. No one really from Element Mystic can get there. No one can survive at least. Or thrown in.
Trying to buy time.
Goes down. OT yet again, ticking away. But Element Mystic will not back down. They do not want to abandon this. They want to close it out, the 2-0 on Lijiang, but they keep getting knocked down one after the other. They can't make it in. It all comes down to this. A best of one. Lijiang Tower, Night Morgan. Let's do it.
This is insane. Rain saves the game with that sound barrier. They didn't know exactly the angle that Guard would approach with the EMP. He gets the barrier. He saves the back line there. And then we see the Dragon Blade pulled out for Ivy. And in a crazy twist of fate, it turns out that tonight, Ivy has been able to do much more with the Dragon Blades than Sparkle, who's now on the bench. And Xe, even though he came up strong on Control Tower, they were shut down on Gardens. And in this final map, just like yesterday, history repeats itself. We will go to that third and final map of Game 5 here, as Xe pulls out the classic. He pulls out the McCree. This is why they chose this map. This is their strongest point in Control. A map type, until today, they were undefeated in. O2 Ardian looks to change that to go to the semifinals.
100-0, then 100-99 to tie things up. O2 fighting to their very last breath, trying to pull off the reverse sweep. But already a bittersweet start here as Ivy gets taken down by Dako.
All right, they're going to win this first point. They're going to have the McCree setup here that they were looking for. Tank bursting on high here for Xe as he's 45%. This is the stun.
Finds it, but the dash came through first, so Climax able to stay alive. Xe and Jexay both go down. Maybe O2 can actually get the initial cap. Element Mystic, they're in off the point. Coalescence very swiftly built up for Violet, and O2, they're going to find it to start things off.
This is a disaster for Element Mystic. They have this McCree composition that's so difficult to approach the point with. EMP is going to be the tool they have to use to make this happen, and O2 Ardian already finds the Sombra, looking to pick him off here.
They try to, but the spam comes through from Repel, keeping him alive.
They need to get this pick really fast.
Pulse Bomb comes in, finds the stick. That's going to be Guard going down. Climax fitted out there by Xe. Dako now throwing up that self-destruct. Not going to be finding any kills that makes it back into the back as they look for a very swift flip. Jexay goes down. But they trade back there onto Violet. Rain, if he really wants to use it, and invest that sound barrier. Ivy not going to get locked down. The flip has not happened yet. Now the sound barrier out from O2. They want to hold this as long as humanly possible. Guard just spraying away, trying to build up for that EMP. Jumps back with a translocator to keep himself alive.
This is looking so bad.
Go down.
Deflection there, stopping the stun there. Ivy having the performance of his life right now, and he may just take this team to semifinals. They have the sound barrier to try to get Xe onto this point. The Deadeye is completely worthless right now. They cannot utilize it. Here's a blade.
Blade coming out. Ivy looking to shut him down. No one tagging him up yet. Deadeye comes in. Yakpung, Ivy, Climax, all gonna fall as Element Mystic look to get the cap. It's 65% just about moving up here for O2. Will have to surrender this one in the end. Element Mystic do get the flip, but can they hold it out for the win?
He gets the Deadeye off before Yakpung actually used the Primal. He wanted to attack with Primal to gatekeep them there. so was holding it till the last second. But XC got him, so Yakpung actually suicided in a way there, putting himself in harm's way, hoping to get that primal, but gets shut down. Now XC is playing so greedy. He's going for the back picks. Finds Climax.
He's going to get picked. That Coalescence coming through from Violet, not going to do a damn thing. Dueling Moira's coming in as Repel tries to push them back. The final shot into the acid. Yakpung takes him down. For now, Element Mystic will be maintaining control.
The studio is silent. I'm watching security guards here clasping their hands together. Everyone is so captivated by this moment. We are so close to a semifinal team here. Guard holds the EMP as O2 Ardian looks for an approach. They spot the Sombra.
They're all grouped up into the side room here.
Trapped, actually. Here it
Gonna
comes.
push in. EMP comes down, looking to take the fight over to the side of O2, but no one's gonna die yet. Pokeball actually the first one to fall. XE now arriving, flashbang it, takes down Ivy this time around.
No primal.
They close this one out. They get this fight win. They maintain control over the point, but they still have not even matched the percentage that O2 has established so far.
Okay, Dako holding on to this self-destruct by a lot of time. They need to use these support ultimates to build an EMP. If they can do that, if they can build that EMP and utilize it, they've got themselves the semifinals. But if anything goes wrong, O2 Ardian is going to rip them apart with this Dragon Blade. Ivy has been so good with those tonight. He's got one. They're about to have the Sound Barrier. That's going to be their approach. And Guard will not have an EMP this time. Has a get out of jail free card. XE looking to flank here for the Deadeye.
Wrap around on the back. The bubble's been used. Deadeye going to be coming through, looking for a target. Hasn't found any yet. Comes in. Gets the shot. Ivy and Yakpung, they're out of there. Element Mystic looking to take it home. XE gonna fall low. Violet gonna fall off the map. The
ultimates held.
Shuts him down.
Four ultimates held. They can't use them.
They have so many ults ready to go, but I don't think anyone can really get there. The Winston gonna try the Tracer. Manages a tag in.
They need to get on this.
Running it through. They start piling in. Climax is gonna die. The Primal Rage not gonna get the smack off, and Ivy is dead. Yet again, Dragon Blade doesn't mean a damn thing.
Self-destruct gets a kill.
Finds two though. They need to get the flip. Can they finish it off? Rain going down. Repel staying alive. The only healer in here for Element Mystic, and Dako the only tank. Comes in. Violet still sustaining. Throws it out immediately. Jumps back. Gets the Mega Pack.
I think he should have held that for a follow-up push. He's not going to have it now.
Out of the mech, going to go down. Pokepo trying to stay alive. Repel committing with the Coalescence. They do not want the flip. They do not want to have to get the retake. But that's exactly what might just happen. Climax with a pulse bomb, dashing forward, looking for a target, but he can just save it. The healers are dead. O2, they're going to keep it going.
I think Guard should have held that EMP. He should definitely have held it. He's not going to have it now. 33%. 30% left to build for Ardian, who has the ult advantage, and Guard does not hold that important EMP. He used it alone. A huge mistake here, and now they may lose the semifinals for it. Climax looking for a back pick here. He's undetected. Looks for Pokepo.
Pokepo not going to find the stick. That's a crucial mistake here from the side of Climax. No support's really going to have any ultimates available. Climax manages to get the recall off, stays alive, and Guard's going to be dangerously low. Still falling short. Jexley comes over to try to top him off. Climax for now. Going to be gated out. Ivy trying not to get booped off. Dashes to the side, stays alive. Blade comes in. He's got the Lucio. Just needs to get the hits. He finds it.
They will.
And they got it. Ardian close it out. They get the. They have the flip. Element Mystic cannot get back on. They pull it off. The reverse sweep. They fall short at the finish line. The team that everybody thought was going to take it all the way to the grand finals and likely find the victory.
What an upset
in the quarters.
What an upset and a choke from Element Mystic. Emotional young players. Guard does not hold the EMP. Sparkle filled with empty Dragon Blades tonight. And Element Mystic, they were the chosen ones. They were regarded so highly by us all season, the Korean commentators as well. They came in with the highest seed. They were 18-2. They had only dropped 2 maps before tonight. Now they've dropped 5 as O2 Ardian have the games of their lives. And Ivy on the Junkrat, on the Genji, kills it. Dako, Pokepo, emotionally distraught here as they knew they were the favorites. They knew this was supposed to be their semis. They were the Royal Roaders that were supposed to take it all the way to face Runaway, but they fall short tonight. And I myself cannot believe it. If you had told me this result was going to happen, I would never believe you.
Absolutely incredible. Element Mystic, the chosen ones, cannot get it in the end. They choke here in the quarterfinals, but O2 Ardian, you can see, they're taking, I can't tell if they're taking their bows or if they're resting on their knees.
They are so,
good Lord, these guys just pulled off a miracle.
So exhausted, so emotional. And we have not seen an upset like this in Overwatch Korea before.
Absolutely
We have not.
insane.
And this is history made. The team that everyone regarded as the greatest team in Korea, 5-0, 18-2, are defeated by the 4th seed. The 4th seed from the opposite group. This just simply does not happen. You cannot write scripts like this one.
This is such an unprecedented upset here in Contenders. You already said it. No one would have predicted this result given O2's form. But good God, did they show up today. Absolutely incredible performances from them. And Element Mystic, what a way to fall. Start off, go up 2-0, lose the next 2. Start off the final map 100-0 on Lijiang, and then lose the next 2 rounds.
They
Incredible.
prepared so well, O2 Ardiant did for this series. The way they used Climax on Gibraltar, the Soldier play we saw, such good plays out of Violet and Ivy. Ivy having really good Junkrat to peel for Climax. Violet having Transcendence to shut down so many of those EMPs from Guard on Temple of Anubis, which is how they started this reverse sweep in the first place. Totally annihilated on Hollywood. 200-0 on point A, but something I think was unlocked for O2 Ardiant, and there was this huge momentum shift as we went into Game 3. And this is a team of players that's average age is around 16, talking about Element Mystic. Ineligible underage for Overwatch League are most of these players. There's a lot of time for them to come back to full form and return for potential future seasons, as Jexay is in tears, the Lucio player. Oh, such an emotional player he always has been, and they were so close. Levi as well, their general manager. This is a tragic story of a full choke. It really was. And we have to state that these young emotional players, I said it earlier, when you're this used to winning, when you're 18-2 in regular season, when you start losing and it's this big of a crowd and it's playoffs, your only chance to get knocked out of the tournament, sometimes emotions run high. XC,
yeah.
Phenomenal performance actually on those last 3 maps. Subbed in, it's all up to him. It's a lot of tensions, a lot of emotions.
Sometimes it can all just boil down to one EMP.
Yeah, I really feel like if Guard holds that EMP, it's tears of joy we're looking at right now. But you know, you're tense. Maybe you forget. You think it's a 99-99 flip. You've seen it 1,000 times. You've got to get that EMP up before you die. But it was a 99-66 in your favor. We're gonna have our interview now.
I mean, who do you even choose, really?
It's tough, man.
But okay, this should be a good one.
아디오트였는데요. 오늘 뛰어난 커버력을 보여줬던 다 함께 훈바바 선수 오셨습니다. 안녕하세요.
So Humbaba from O2 Ardiant, great D.Va play tonight, great Roadhog as well. My name is Humbaba. I'm the sub tanker from O2 Ardiant.
네, 이렇게 5세트까지 가는 치열한 접전
You went to game
끝에
5.
진출을 확정 지으셨어요. 지금 소감이
It was
어떠세요?
very competitive. How do you feel after your win?
이거를 제가 말로 다 표현할 수가 없어요. 저도 지금
No one could have expected this, and he cannot express this in words.
좀 무뚝뚝한 편인데 이런
I'm not actually an emotional person.
말을 유창하게 못 하는데.
This is actually the first time I've ever felt anything like this in my whole life. I feel so emotional, and of course I'm happy. I'm so happy right now.
모두가 느낄 수 있지 않을까라는 생각이 듭니다. 사실 1, 2세트에서는 좀 무기력한 모습으로 패배를
So
당했잖아요.
you lost the first 2
뒤에서는
series,
이렇게 3대 0으로 쉽게 끝나는 게
and
아닐까라는
it was
예상도
a very
있었는데
dominant
3세트부터
loss.
대반전이
You got the reverse sweep. So what changed after game 3? What was the change that got you guys to get the reverse sweep?
일단 저희가 1세트, 2세트에서 너무 위축되고 템포가 너무 느린 모습이
So in
나와가지고
games 1 and 2,
3세트 아노비스 때부터
we didn't actually have a big impact on the games.
어떻게 말하면 흥분이라고 하죠?
네네.
팀원을 좀
So
흥분시키게
you said, honestly, I don't know how to say this, but we got super hyped. We got excited,
작용하지 않았나 싶습니다.
텐션을 올리면서
and we thought,
네.
like, wait, could we win
이게
this?
저희 코치는
네.
But our coach,
저보고 흥분하지 말라고
네네.
그냥 가만히
the coach just kept telling us not to get too excited. Stay calm, stay calm.
The KT strat, I like that.
Yeah,
네, 근데 오늘
just trying to
안할 수가
trying to
없는
tell them to
경기였어요.
stay calm there to
또
keep control of their
4세트는 엘리먼트
emotions.
미스틱이 선택한 맵이었잖아요. 이 지브롤터라는 맵이 또 오토 아디언스가
So they picked Gibraltar for escort in game 4.
됐을 때 좀 당황하셨을 것 같은데 그때 기분이 어떠셨나요?
Weren't you also surprised that the map pick
솔직히
was
저희가
Gibraltar?
스크린에서도 지브롤터를 A를 완막당하고
So when we scrim Gibraltar, we actually get a lot of full
아우토만처럼
holds.
밀려버리는 스크림이 엄청 많았는데
And-
걱정을 좀 많이 했거든요. 근데
But we hadn't scrimmed it in a while, so I actually kind of felt like we forgot our strategies.
정프렉 같은 거를 좀 많이 기용해봐라.
So
그 말을 듣고
we decided like we're gonna play the Junkrat
반격을 좀 그중에서 날리지 않았나 합니다.
and protect. I think he said take the Junkrat and protect the Widowmaker there. So that was kind of their strategy.
근데 사실 젠탈전 승률이 한 16% 안팎을 돌 정도로 낮은 편이었어요. 오토 아디언트가. 그리고 또
So you guys had a
1세트에서도
16% lower
100대0으로
win
리패를
So you were
하셨었잖아요.
able to
그런데
win.
도대체 어떤 점이 달라졌길래 이렇게 5세트에서 승리를 거두셨는지 많은
I
분들이
think she said what's
궁금해하실
the
것
difference
같아요.
in like the third and fourth set versus the beginning?
솔직히 모르겠어요.
Because honestly, I don't know.
그냥 너무 정신없이 머릿속에서 경기에만 너무
I was just playing out of our minds. Like
다른
we were
기억이
just
잘
so
안 나요.
focused on the game. Like that was the only thing that was in our minds and our heads.
메카벨리움을 이제 4강에서 만나게 됐어요.
So yesterday's match was also crazy competitive.
부탁드릴게요.
네.
So what do you
메카벨리움은
thoughts on your
그래도 저희가
determination going into the semis?
LG보다는 좀 쉽지 않을까 하고요. 네.
I think it'll actually be a little bit easier to win
말해야 되는 게
in
하나
the
있거든요.
semis.
네네.
네. 마지막은 아니고요. 네. 저희
I want to say something.
브라보텍하고 저기 해림덴텍하고 코치님 감독님 감사합니다. 그리고 마지막입니다.
Thank you so much for all
마지막으로
the support.
함께
Serious Code.
humbaba!
I just made it say I'm
축하드립니다. 자, 이제
Humbaba.
손 선수의 친필 사인이 그려진 오버워치 캐릭터 티셔츠를 선수가
So now we're gonna give the
직접 전달해 드릴 텐데요.
Overwatch character
손
shirt
선수 출발해
to the
주시죠.
fans.
Yep. We have an autographed shirt from the team that he'll pick a fan, hand it out, see where he wants to go with this. But
Right at the front.
yeah,
어떤
Short, sweet, and to the point
선물해 드릴까요?
is Humbaba there.
아, 네, 맨 앞에 여섯
She's like, wait, did you give it to him?
Yeah, did you get it?
Okay, we
Right
got
to the one in the front.
it. So, whew, man,
What a series
what
that
a
was.
day!
Oh my
Except we're
God.
not even done yet. This is just the beginning. We got Runaway coming up next versus Kong Du Panthera. Element Mystic knocked out of the playoffs. What does it mean, Wolf? What's going to happen in the
I
second
cannot
series?
believe this happened.
People have already been saying online, I think just to try to be contrarians and because Runaway never goes over the finish line, that Kong Du Panthera could win that set. I don't know what to expect anymore. I'm not betting on anything. All I know is that we're going to go to a break, guys. When we come back, we'll have our second quarterfinal of the day. Our last one to determine who our semifinal teams are going to be. Runaway versus Kong Du Panthera coming up in about 15 minutes.